London's rivalry reignited, Arsenal's legendary journey to retrieve the city's football crown and revive the spirit of a capital. Join us as we delve into the epic tale of passion, redemption, and the relentless pursuit of greatness as Arsenal writes a new chapter in London's football history. Welcome to Athletic Primestars, where all we talk about is sports. And today we're going to talk about how London was retrieved by Arsenal. London is the football capital of the world, full of competition with Premier League clubs. You can accomplish pretty much anything anywhere if you can do it here. Whoever controls London is likely to be one of the biggest teams in the world, drawing the top talent, business partners, and financial backing. We just watched a great comeback tale, especially when you take into account the opposition and the previous 20 years. London belonged to Arsenal for a long time, but it appeared considerably differently in recent years. Arsenal, with the colour blue, made London into a meme. The balance sheets also included a reflection of it. Tottenham and Chelsea had more money during the past 5 years than Arsenal. Things got worse as a result of the pandemic, of course, and Arsenal even dropped to 4th place in the city rankings. Until 2023. Arsenal is prepared to reclaim the football kingdom in London, and thanks to a brilliant plan and a business decision that transformed the entire club. You need to look at the individuals running a football team in order to comprehend it. Initially, the owner. For Arsenal in particular, this is true. He was dubbed the most powerful man in sports by Sports Illustrated. Arsenal and teams around all of the 4 major US sports leagues are part of Stan Kroenke's second largest sports empire in the world. Arsenal stands out in this group of teams as the lone, non-American outfit. Why did you invest then? He began with a trip to Hong Kong for business. Kroenke was seeking a partner club at the time because he already managed an MLS team and wanted to learn more about the game and expand his network. He understood that the Premier League will be covered exclusively in all Hong Kong newspapers. He then travelled to England, to the Football World Centre. That was before Brexit, according to Kroenke, who also considered it to be the global financial centre. The two frontrunners quickly became Arsenal and Chelsea, but a match between the Blues was cancelled at the last minute. Kroenke noted one advantage Arsenal had, the brand new Emirates Stadium. Kroenke invests in real estate as well as a sports club, occasionally mixing the two. He enjoys owning the venues where his teams compete. In 2007, Kroenke made his first investment in Arsenal. The club was valued at more than $2 billion as he gradually acquired 100% ownership in 2018. But he didn't bring the cash or any kind of athletic achievement. Since Kroenke's first investment, Arsenal has claimed 4 championships. Chelsea has won 4 FA Cups in addition to 3 Premier League championships and 2 Champions League wins. Why not? The majority of Arsenal supporters wants him gone, and even that may be an underestimate. Only 1/3 of Arsenal supporters, according to a 2022 survey, believe Kroenke is actually doing a good job. That pales in comparison to Roman Abramovich and Matthew Benham. While Chelsea relies on Russian and now US money and Brentford adopts the Moneyball model, Kroenke supporters dislike Arsenal's somewhat different approach. He's really concerned about sustainability, specifically financial self-sustainability. Before we go any further, you should score. So tackle all the defenders and hit that subscribe button and register your goal on the records of Athletic Primestars. Done already? Wow, you are good at this game. Now let's get back to the topic at hand. Now let me quickly explain this. In other words, the club is making an effort to rely solely on its own resources. The strategy aims to increase the club's long-term stability and financial security. In actuality, this indicates that Kroenke did not add to his club's funding for a considerable period of time. He is a logical businessman rather than a passionate type of owner. For instance, when he relocated his Rams from St. Louis to Los Angeles, supporters were incensed, but Kroenke was unconcerned. Others claim that he has rhino skin and is impervious to criticism, and the acquisition was profitable for Kroenke. In its first year on the Los Angeles market, the Rams' value doubled. London to Los Angeles and back. The self-sustainability of Arsenal strikes me as very wise and a responsible approach to operate a team, or indeed any business. Unless something really bad happens, or to use football terminology, you don't make the Champions League. Their self-sustaining strategy is problematic when combined with a global pandemic and a business structure that's primarily dependent on match-day income. The game has altered thanks to teams like Chelsea or Man City. They're able to pay higher salaries, which draws bigger stars. Without outside funding, Arsenal ran the risk of spiraling out of control and losing its edge. The loss of eligibility for European competitions has caused a steady drop in Arsenal's revenue. The cost of admission was raised, which benefited the books but did not win over fans. Roman Abramovich invested a ton of money in Chelsea at the same time, and he didn't even request a refund when he was forced to sell the team. Todd Boehly threw money at entirely new heights. At Arsenal, that's still inconceivable. But recently, something has changed. Just observe the pattern of profit and loss. Arsenal has a streak of 16 years with earnings. Arsenal, however, started noting annual losses in 2019. By choosing not to add additional players, the team and Kroenke could have easily avoided a disadvantage. But Nicolas Pepe's record donation of €80 million sent a different message. The team's self-sustainability days are over, or at the very least, on hold. Since then, Arsenal has practically equaled Man City's expenditures. Even more significant, Kroenke made a new financial commitment to the team. The investment was made as part of a long-term strategy, which was successful to reconstruct Arsenal's stadium debt. What precisely did Kroenke do then? Now that we've delved deeply into the athletic figure and interest rates, we can assure you that the effort will be well worth it. Arsenal borrowed money in 2006 to build the new Emirates Stadium, totaling £260 million. These loans had an interest rate of between 5% and 6%. A respectable rate at the time, but nothing compared to what was feasible once the world experienced a financial catastrophe. 144 million of these loans were still outstanding in 2020. But Kroenke made the decision to pay it all at once. Now that Kroenke is owed money by Arsenal, the interest rates are significantly better. Although they had to pay a £32 million fee to repay their one-time loans, doing so will ultimately be beneficial. They just have to pay £5 million in interest each year as opposed to £11 million. Man United spends £20 million annually in comparison. Things continue to improve for Arsenal. The transfer freed up to £36 million that Arsenal have been required to keep in a reserve account and was not permitted to utilise for their team. You'll see why the entire restructuring procedure offered Arsenal a fresh financial freedom when you add in another £40 million or so that Kroenke granted Arsenal over the previous 2 years. According to the club, the investment in its team would not have been possible without the support and commitment of the owner. What are some instances of your recent investments? Zinchenko, Ben White, Martin Odegaard, Gabriel Jesus, and Thomas Partey. Thus, the core of its employees was built as a result of the restructuring of its loans. So, did Kroenke actually alter his course of action? Well, there are actually two sides to this. Yes, according to some, Arsenal started to spend more money than they were actually making, departing from a self-sustaining approach. Arsenal has spent nearly twice as much on transfers since 2019, more than €600 million, as it did during the preceding 4 years. However, the larger picture points to a no. Because of the pandemic scenario, Kroenke received the funds. Matchday money was required to fund the Emirates, so when it stopped, Kroenke had to take action. He wants to succeed as a logical businessman, but not at any cost. The low interest rates represented a huge opportunity in Kroenke's eyes so that you can increase your return on investment while putting up minimal effort. The bottom line is that Stan Kroenke is a great tactician and a business genius, and his efforts to make money will not only save Arsenal, but will also help them to reclaim the throne of London. And whether you're a fan of Kroenke or not, you must agree that he's doing his best to make Arsenal the best.